judo legends of Australia, Fari Salievski. Salia set for 3 5-minute rounds. Patterson in the blue and red. Ooh, they open up strong with the hand. Patterson circles off to his left. Good footwork early on. Jumping knee from Patterson. Takedown. Nicely done from Corey Neilsen. Patterson back to his feet.
Neilsen now trying to take Patterson down.
Trying to trip out, an inside trip. Didn't get it though. Locking into that head arm. Here's Neilsen driving the knees. Breaks off.
And Neilsen, a very explosive fighter in his own right.
You got nothing, boy.
I've seen him on a couple of occasions before. Made quick work of his opponents. But one gets a feeling that Nick Patterson has done his homework. Eddie Bedlock has obviously well researched the opponent, Neilsen, and they're going to have a very sound strategy indeed. Victoria versus New South Wales, this one.
Inside thigh kick, missed the target from Neilsen. Resets himself here. Does Nick Patterson. Throws the right hand, countered as Patterson.
You know, Michael, it's a little bit amazing that these guys are fighting full-blown mixed martial arts rules right here in a ring. But in Victoria, it's a slow news day, so one of the ministers actually banned the use of cages, but allowed... the rules are the same. They can fight...
Exactly.
They can fight exactly the same as the UFC, CFC. They can fight mixed martial arts rules. They're just not allowed to do it in anything that has anything like a cyclone fence around it. So it's a little bit strange, especially...
I have to say, though, Hammer, on that point, I do actually prefer the ring myself for mixed martial arts.
Look, I think
it's all a matter of preference, though. I've seen a lot better fights in a ring than I've seen in cage fighting that I've commentated.
I think it adds to the theatre. The cage adds to the theatre, really, but the fighting is exactly the same. In some ways, the cage could be better because you don't have fighters going out under ropes and they're getting tangled in ropes. So from a fighter's perspective, I suppose I'd rather fight in a cage than a ring because I think it's going to allow me to get better strategy, especially if I'm up against the cage. I can brace better and posture better. In a ring, of course, you've got the ability to fall through ropes or go under ropes and stuff like that. So
it depends what sort of fighter you are as well, though. If you're a more submission specialist, you're going to enjoy the ring.
That's right. Well, that's exactly right. It depends what fighter you are. So, you know, really, a submission specialist will fight equally as well in the cage or a ring, whereas a stand-up fighter may prefer to fight in a cage because you're able to keep on your feet when it gets up against the perimeters. So perhaps the ring actually does favour a submission-style fighter, but we'll never know in Victoria unless they perhaps wake up to having a look at the legislation and maybe giving it a bit of a review. Let's hope.
Corey Neilsen still stuck in half guard here, needs to try and pass and go to side control, just shoves the elbow into the kisser.
And having said that, Michael, just while we're on the topic, I've actually spoken to the guys of the UFC, Marshall and the like, all the guys that are bringing the UFC to Sydney, and they've told me if they can get the cage into Victoria, the next destination for their preference would be indeed Melbourne. So the benefits to tourism and the exposure that Melbourne and Victoria would receive from the UFC coming here, well, I think it stands to reason that the Victorian government would be crazy not to perhaps have a look at that legislation and maybe review it and allow it, because the fighting is allowed anyway. So it is purely the vessel of the competition is held in that at this point is not allowed in Victoria, which is a little bit crazy.
UFC 110 in Sydney, February 21st. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there. Should be fun. Ooh, single leg here. Good takedown from Patterson into side control. Great position to be in. You can work the knees here. Got to pop that head out, though. There's the knees. Down to the rib cage. Nicely done from Patterson.
I've seen Nick Patterson fight many times before, and just when you think it is all against him, this guy can just turn a fight around and shows a tremendous amount of heart and versatility and a great understanding for technique.
He's going to pull that right arm out now and posture up as he does, and he throws the elbow to the chin, then to the top of the head does Patterson. Nicely done. You can see Corey Neilsen just wraps the hand around the back of the head, not allowing them to posture up and work that ground and pound from the side control position.
Almost gave up his back there, Neilsen, when he was under pressure. Jumping knee from Nick Patterson. And the throw takedown from Neilsen. Patterson scrambles and keeps up some good posture. But have a look at Neilsen. He unloads with some absolute power through the hands, does Neilsen. And Patterson well aware of that, keeping him tight and not letting Neilsen get the full power range.
Second round, Nick Patterson in the blue and red, Corey Neilsen in the black and white. Single leg here. Takedown again from Patterson. Goes to side control. A very good single leg on him as Patterson. And work the knees again here. You see Neilsen once more locking up the arm, locking up the head, not allowing Patterson to posture up and work the ground strikes. Well, it's preservation from Corey Neilsen, not allowing Patterson to posture up. It doesn't allow Neilsen to actually do anything off his back here. Hammer fist strikes now from Patterson.
Oh, downward elbows from Patterson. Nick Banjo Patterson, one of the more unassuming fighters going around, but geez, on the mat and standing up, here's all excitement.
Again, controlling the arm of Patterson. Corey Neilsen throws a couple of glancing knees to the side of the head. One effective, though. Just locked inside control here is Nick Patterson.
Just here, Ed Bevlock just shouting instructions, all the little stuff, and really helping his fighter.
Throws the legs up. Corey Neilsen still controlling the back of the head. Now breaks out with that right hand as Patterson got a couple of shots in. Doesn't look like he's trying to set for any submissions here. He's content just to sit inside control and try and pound away. Drill the knees to the carcass.
Big knees to the ribs there.
Attempt is here if he wants to try and go for an armbar on the left arm of Corey Neilsen.
He's got to get his right leg around.
He's back inside the half guard now is Nick Patterson.
Well, it's Corey Neilsen. He just keeps moving his hips, though. He's not letting Patterson get himself in any good position. Oh, it's full mount.
Patterson mounts him. Very bad position for Neilsen to be in. It is all Nick Patterson here.
Look at Neilsen now just locking down.
Trying to grapevine him. Couldn't get it on, though. Nick Patterson. Just controlling him in the mount here as Neilsen tried to buck him. Controlling the right arm though, Neilsen, and allowing it to break free and work some ground and pounders. You see Patterson will try and put him in the blue corner here. He does that, tries to edge him towards the corner. Now this is where it would have been advantageous to have a cage for Corey Neilsen. He could have walked the cage, so to speak. As he's trying to do there, he's trying to walk the corner.
Yeah, exactly. So it's clever tactics from Neilsen as well. And Nick Patterson just, look at that work. He's working the head, he's working everything.
Now he's postured up, double hammer fist strikes. And immediately Neilsen reaches up with the hands around the back and pulls his chest down to his face.
Again, just keeping the hips moving. Have a look at that. Nice reversal.
Beautifully done there from Corey Neilsen. Now inside the closed guard of Patterson. Knee to the hamstring area, then off the opposite leg. Let's see what Nick Patterson can do from his back.
There's survival from Patterson now.
Got those hips up. 1.5 minutes remaining in this round. 3-5s we are set for. Good ground game. Patterson locking up the right arm, keeping the guard closed here tightly. Nick Patterson. Just sitting inside the guard, working away these poppy little hammer fist strikes. Back up to his feet, and he allows Patterson up. We're going to slug it now, maybe. Jumping knee from Patterson. To side control goes Corey Neilsen for the first time. And he drills in a forearm.
Yeah, it's Neilsen just getting away, the popping little elbows on the inside.
He'll throw a knee off the left here, and he does. Corey Neilsen back inside the half guard. He's got a lockdown guard as well. Got that leg locked up. Has Nick Patterson. Pulling the head down. Not allowing any effective ground and pound here from Corey Neilsen. And that's how they finish out the first round. An intriguing contest. 2 more to go, Hammer.
Tell you what an even matchup this one. This is a great match bout with both of these guys very proficient in the stand-up and, of course, on the mat. And I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. Look at that Nick Banjo Patterson just launching himself, and a real crowd pleaser he is.
Third round of action. Wild right hand. Snappy jab from Neilsen.
Speed! Hands up!
Front kick. Well timed from Patterson. Inside thigh kick. Will we see a ground game again here in this round? Who will go for the shoot? We've seen good single legs so far in the fight from Nick Patterson. And he goes again for the single, gets it. Into side control.
Who's going shots?
Scramble goes to a north-south position here. Drops the right hand to the body. Does Nick Patterson. Trying to put him back in his guard, and didn't work for Corey Neilsen. Patterson back inside control.
Tell you what, you've got to, if you ever get a chance to have a wrestle and try this type of fighting, it is so physically taxing. You know, I'm in great appreciation for the effort that both of these guys are applying here. They're not stopping the whole time. A lot of strength being exhibited, a lot of strategy. They're thinking, they're working, and this is a great matchup, Michael. This is a fantastic fight.
Back onto his feet, Nick Patterson, and Corey Neilsen follows. Patterson jab 2.
Don't fall for it, don't fall for it.
Spinning back fist. Neilsen resetting. Turning back kick from Patterson.
Patterson usually switches. He goes one way, switches back and forward, changes
single
direction.
again. Just stuffs the takedown though, does Corey Neilsen. Locked onto it though, as Nick Patterson. Be careful, Neilsen could work some knees to the shoulder blade here. He does that.
Yeah.
Knee to the top of the head. Referee Brian Ebersol just cautioning.
Right into the traps. And Deal up to stand this one up, Neilsen. And in doing so, you get the feeling that Neilsen thinks he's got the game when it comes to the stand-up. There's a couple of times now Nelson's been content rather to let this one be stood up and looking to take it with the big bombs.
Jab 2, not falling there for Nick Patterson. Checks the low kick. That was nicely done. Patterson. Is he going to shoot in again here? Look for that front leg. Wild uppercut, almost took out the ring lights. Tried to go for the single. Didn't work for him. resets, circles off, counterclockwise. Patterson, right hand lead around rib kick.
He's a very relaxed fighter in centre ring, Nick Patterson. Doesn't let a lot phase him, very relaxed. Conserves his energy in the stand-up.
Nice overhand right from Corey Neilsen. Spinning back fist. Gets the takedown, does Patterson. Now what can he do?
Straight off the spinning back fist too, Patterson. Let it go. Let the spinning back fist go past. And shot in. Clever tactics.
He's in the half guard at the moment. He's really good at getting the single leg, then going to side control. Here's Nick Patterson. Seems to be his specialty. Just posturing up here. Neilsen trying to control it. Now puts him in the full guard. Closes that guard. Controlling the back of the head. This may be how we finish out the fight. With Patterson inside the closed guard of Corey Neilsen. Tries to open it up by slamming him. Didn't work though. There it is. End of the fight. And it should go the way of Nick Patterson.
Well, certainly a busy fight and an entertaining one. Once again, Neilsen just letting the big right hand go. He was happy to have this one in the stand-up, but on the ground it was very busy. Nick Banjo Patterson. And, this one's going to go to the judges, but it was a great matchup.
Scorecard. Judge number 1 had it 30-29, red corner. Judge number 2 had it 29-28, blue corner. And judge number 3 had it 28-28, a split.
Well, the judges have given it a draw. I thought it went the way of Nick Patterson. And hopefully they'll get to square off sometime again.